I'm very curious to know, 40 years with one company, did you never ever feel like leaving?
No, not really. Because, it may be 40 years in one company, but it was more than, I think I counted once, more than 12 jobs. So, I went from things like credit to treasury to opening of new businesses. How many people get to open new businesses? I opened 3 of them. So, to opening of new businesses, implementing technology, then on to HR, then became an investment banker, then became a CFO. So I never really had any time to feel bored or to think about leaving. And the bank, loves to keep you challenged in the sense that they not only gave me a new job every 2 or 3 years, they also ensured I went to a new place, went to a new location. So I had to sort of get used to all of that as well. So really, never a moment's boredom, and therefore never a thought of leaving.
That's absolutely wonderful to hear. And the typical question with all working women is about the glass ceiling. So I'm not going to ask you about that. I'm going to flip that around and ask you that, did you have certain advantages of being a woman banker?
Well, in certain cases, I think I may have had. Because what happens is that if you do well, then you get really noticed. Because most of the time, at least when I was very young, people were not expecting that I would do so well. So if you did well, then you would get noticed. And that helps because I remained in one organization, so the reputation gets built up. And that definitely is a plus point. And to tell you the truth, I have had mentors both amongst men and women. So it's not as though I had only women as mentors. I had a number of men who have mentored me as well. And yes, being a woman in some cases I think is good. Not only that, I think, women have certain intrinsic strengths which we are not very conscious about or which we don't really use. One strength that I keep talking about is that we are good listeners. We've listened for generations and centuries, so for us listening is second nature. But because we listen, we just don't listen to the words. We don't hear the words. We hear the underlying meanings. And that's a very great advantage, okay? The second thing I think, that helps also is women are less territorial. So, it's no problem giving up certain things and ensuring other things happen, new things happen. So change is, women are more amenable to change because they're less territorial. So I think, there are certain strengths that go with us.
And 40 years on, but you see this room, there are a fair amount of women financial advisors that I see here tonight, but would you say that there is room for a lot many more?
We are 50% of the population. So 50% of the people here should have been women. As long as they aren't, there's space to grow.
Wonderful talking to you, ma'am. Thank you so much for being here.